You are listening to the number one podcast for men 40 plus who saw Mike Tyson fight without a facial tattoo. Aging Immaturely is brought to you by Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Our guest today is a two-time New York Daily News Golden Glove champion and the 2000 National Golden Glove champion. In 2000, he was named an alternate for the U.S. Olympic team, and right now he owns the number one boxing gym in New York City. Please welcome Eric Kelly. Eric Kelly, welcome to Aging Immaturely.
Thank you guys for having me. Aging Immaturely, Jeff, my guys. Rob, my guy, I appreciate you. Let's talk.
Yeah, well, I want you to confirm for me because I've been telling Jeff what a badass I am in the gym.
You are.
I am the number one ranked 45 plus that worked out at Southbox.
And you are 45 plus number one ranked. Are you? You rank number one in your house.
Yeah.
And
you're wait. Back up. You're not number one in your house. You're like number 4 or 5.
No. Eric met my kid. No. Eric met my boys.
And Southbox, number 4 or 500.
No way.
Listen. We not
no
here.
Way. Come on, man. I work harder than everybody else.
You work very hard.
If everybody worked as hard as me, if everybody worked as hard as me, everybody in there would be a champion.
You work very hard and you're learning. And the thing is, you're already an athlete. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But you're extremely uncoordinated.
I'm not uncoordinated. It's a different coordination.
It's not a different coordination. Trust me. Trust me. It's not a different coordination.
No, you've been talking shit for 3 years now. How many times have I asked you to take one of my spin classes?
What am I gonna take spin class? Why take spin class when you can knock somebody out?
Because you can run them over.
And I'd rather the knockout.
I understand.
If I was running them over in the pickup truck, okay. But dude, you working at Soul Cycle.
Nah. No, the problem is I didn't work at Soul Cycle. The problem was I worked at the JCC. You see, at Soul Cycle, certain things are up. Yeah. At the JCC, those things are now down.
But at the end of the day,
what I'm saying?
But at the end of the day, you're on a stationary bike doing tricks.
Yeah, but you know what?
At the end of the day, I'm in the ring fighting against the best fighters in the world.
Right.
2 different levels.
My problem. I'm too pretty to get hit. I'm too pretty to get hit.
That's not for me to say. But it's 2 different levels in terms of masculinity.
No. We've spoken about this. See, Jeff's a workout guy.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff's a workout guy.
I like lifting weights.
Huh?
I like lifting weights.
Lifting weights is a very good workout. It's great for the heart. Very good workout. Boxers, we don't really lift weights like that because boxers can't be too bulky and tight. You know?
Yeah.
And lifting weights generally make you bulky and tight, and it's hard to relax your body. So when boxers do lift weights, it's light weights, but a lot of reps. And generally, it's just regular push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, dips, all that shit that fighters do. You understand?
Yeah, give me 6 of this, 6 of this, and 6 of this 8 times.
8 times. Yes.
8 times.
Honestly.
Yeah. Yo, Rob, that's only 7.
I've always said 555, but thank you
Yeah.
for putting 666 in my head. I'm about to be devilish on you.
Oh no, you hit me with 888 yesterday.
But that 555 8 times.
Yeah. So let me ask you. So getting back, I mean, unfortunately, it seems like every conversation winds up with COVID. But you had kind of a double hit. Besides, everything that we've been through. But you were just about to open the gym.
Yes.
Right before COVID hit. So
I
now
was just
it's
about
South
to-
Box. But now we got South Box, basically South Box 2.0.
Yep. Because what happened was when COVID hit in March, we in March 20, we were already getting the work ready, not getting the work done at the current South Box 2.0 when COVID hit. So, like, timing is everything. Normally, most gyms, COVID put them out of business.
Right.
Meanwhile, I was able to come back and transition into a bigger, better space.
Right.
That's nicer. So I'm blessed. I'm fortunate. I'm blessed and fortunate to be in this position to be able to do what I did. Because personally, I know a couple gyms that are not going to come back after COVID-19.
Which, some of the boxing gyms aren't going to make it?
Yeah, some boxing gyms aren't going to make it.
Which ones?
I can't talk about that, but
okay, no problem. But what has, I mean, we've spoken about the amount of boxing gyms that are around right now aren't what they were 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Nah, gentrification killed boxing. Let me tell you why. Boxing it didn't kill boxing, but boxing gyms. Boxing is a poor man's sport.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? A poor man wants to be a fighter, right? So generally boxing gyms don't really bring in much, you know what I'm saying? And much revenue. It's a passion thing. Meanwhile, you do got gyms like Rumble, like Dog Pound. Those gyms flourish because they don't target the fighters. They target the celebrities. They target the models who just want to use boxing for a workout, a cardio workout. And right now, boxing is a trendy sport, right? So they want to use it. So they want to use it for that workout. But the boxing gym that I have, South Box, I'm able to walk that fine line due to the fact that I'm from that gritty boxing era. I was that gritty kid that needed boxing to keep him off the streets of Brooklyn back in the 80s and the 90s. I am that kid.
So you have an understanding of what it takes.
Exactly.
You have an understanding of what it takes to not only make it to where you made it, but what you need in the gym as well.
Exactly. And at the same time, I got a decent business acumen. You understand? So with that, I'm able to walk that line because I've appealed to the Wall Street elites. I've appealed to the celebrities as a trainer. Trainer. You understand what I'm saying? Not as a co-worker or anything like that, but as a trainer. And
I've seen you kill some of those Wall Street guys.
Oh man, I got to tell it like it is, baby. Hey, listen, you can't. My thing is this with the Wall Street guys. I have the conversation with them that their father should have had with them when they was 12, 13 years old.
Well, I showed you. Jeff didn't know who you were. I showed him some of that shit the other day. I think he shit himself when he saw what you were doing.
Eric, let me ask you this, because I think the word boxing is used too generically today. I agree with you. Boxing years ago is very different than the glamorized, cardio workout.
Yeah.
I think doing a cardio workout boxing is a great activity. Yeah. I don't think it's boxing. It's like playing offense and not playing defense. It's one way.
That's a fact. It's just one way. And you know what? That's fucking up boxing.
Yep.
Because like you can go to these gyms, and a lot of these gyms, it's fucking guys with corporate jobs. You know what I'm saying? Celebrities, models, guys who work on Wall Street, guys who work for Fortune 500 companies. Like, what the fuck are you doing in the boxing gym? Like, dude, like, think about this. Think about this, Jeff. Think about this, Robert. You 40-something years old, 30-something
Yeah.
years old. These people are right,
Right.
and they already done got their graduates, they undergrad, 6-figure year. They doing their thing. Now you mean to tell me you wait till you turn 35 years old and you want to start boxing?
It's cool.
I mean, it's cool, but
It's cool. Come
this
on.
is something like fighting. Like fighting was our way out.
Right.
Fighting was my way out.
Right.
Literally my way out. Go look at these legendary fighters. You know what I'm saying? Look at Jake LaMotta. Look at Muhammad Ali from the South Bronx. Look at Amanda Blake Barkley. Look at Mike Tyson. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. They all came from back. They
But
got themselves out of the
fighters,
streets.
like, it was their way out.
Right.
Fighting was their way out. How the fuck you get these middle-aged guys and now they want to, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Everybody deserves a workout. And if you really want to learn the art, I'll teach it to you. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's a little bit too late for that.
Well, it's also, you know what you say, but I got to tell you, it's also not an expensive sport. I'm just saying, put it in perspective. Look, I've done, we've talked about it. I've done 2 half Ironman events. I've done numerous triathlons. And the most competitive areas are men 40 to 55. And it's not that we're so athletic. It's just because of the equipment, the time, the expense. And that's a sport that people do when they're established and have that kind of time to do and that kind of money. But boxing, even boxing. So it's people today spend $35-$50 a class. Here, $100 for an hour to train.
Yeah,
that's a big deal.
Yeah, because they can afford it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, and the boxer gives it to him. I'm the boxer. Right. I give it to you because I need it.
Yeah.
One hand wash the other. Both hands wash the face.
I bet you, with a lot of these people, if they went into a boxing gym, paid $100, did almost no workout, they would still feel good because then they could go and tell everybody they went to their boxing workout.
That's so
Even
true.
if they didn't do a real boxing workout.
That's so true. And they're gonna take a ton of pictures and videos and put.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they just want to talk about it.
Yep. They want something. They want something to show off. Oh, look at me! I went boxing again. Oh, look at my trainer. Da da da. Meanwhile, dude, you already made it. You got your 6-figure job, corporate job. You got your degrees. You made it. What are you doing now?
But besides, Jamie Dimon, what was it last time anybody took a picture with a banker? That's no fun.
They want clickbait. So they want to take pictures. They want to take pictures with Mike Tyson, Oscar De La Hoya. Even me, they want to take a picture of Eric Kelly.
I got a couple, but I'm not Homer.
Those are the only pictures you got on your Instagram, pictures of you and me.
Yeah, I know. I don't know anybody else these days.
My trainer. Look, this is my trainer. He's so cool.
Well, you were supposed to introduce me to Jessica Hart, and that never happened.
Well, let me tell you what happened.
She's pregnant.
And she's about to get married. I spoke to her. I
didn't have a shot. I'm not worried about it.
I literally spoke to her. I mean, you do strike me as a homewrecker, though. But I literally spoke to her about.
I stay off the Ashley Madison. Don't worry.
About 3 days ago, I spoke to her.
Yeah.
You got to come out with me to LA.
Once the COVID's over,
we're gonna run into it.
All right. Maybe we'll build our second headquarters out there when aging immaturely our big media empire.
Second studio.
But the new South Box is popping today. Oh my God!
I saw Edwin came back.
We got so many new members.
Good.
Oh my God!
People are dying to get out.
I'm excited. When I went there last week, it was great to see people. The energy. It's got an energy. It really does, and it's really a tribute to Eric because that place has a great energy to it, and
Over,
I truthfully
over,
believe it'll be the number one boxing gym in New York City.
over the years, I've been fortunate enough to do what I did as a fighter and win my championships and earn earn a, earn a low level of respect. I've been fortunate enough to earn a low level of respect, but it's more is more important. The most important thing I did was be a good person.
Yeah.
Even though I won, I won. So I do got that right to brag. You understand what I'm saying? Because I won that. But I was a good person. So now you take the two, okay, he's a champion, and like a lot of people, a lot of champions, they got a little asshole to them. You feel me?
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I can give you that too. You feel me? But genuinely who I am, I just want to show love. That's all I want to do. I fought, I won my championships, I did what I had to do. I earned my name and my rep at that. And throughout that time, I was always a good person.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I haven't been perfect. I made a lot of mistakes. But for the most part, I was always a solid individual. And now that's why I'm able to transition over to what I'm doing now in terms of being a business owner and being a person that people gravitate toward.
Yeah. No, you definitely see it. I mean, I see it when you're in the gym. There is, I don't know if you want to call it an aura or whatever it is about you, but people are drawn to you.
Yeah.
And, some of the stuff you say, even to these Wall Street guys, you can get away with it because of that.
I'm fortunate to be in this position. I understand that a lot of people with better resumes than mine weren't able to get to that level due to
Right.
certain things that happened to them in their life, or maybe just a lack of charisma, lack of character. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I hear you.
So I'm fortunate enough, thank God, that I am able to do what I'm doing. I'm blessed to be in this position. I can't lie to you.
Let me ask you something. Because I've been around, athletes for a while, through college, and
Yeah.
a lot of people have said to me the talent level between somebody that makes it and doesn't make it isn't that great. A lot of it, there's some guys, you have
Let me
your
tell you
Michael
what
Jordans,
happened.
your LeBron James and they put the work in. But what is it about boxing where between a guy that's going to make it to a championship fighter and a mid-level fighter?
Let me tell you what happened. And I was the number one ranked guy in the USA at 165 pounds.
Right.
I went to the U.S. Nationals, and I was sweeping through competition. And the finals, I fought a guy who was pretty much unheard of at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a damn good fight. We was going at it. He beat me in the fight. You understand?
Right.
And he was the number one guy in the USA. He traveled the world. He won the Olympic gold medal in 2004. And right now he's retired, and he's retired as a 3-time champion of the world from the professional ranks. And he's undefeated. Right. He hasn't lost. His name is Andre Ward. So and the thing is this: when we fought and he beat me, after the fight, he like, yo, man, it's an honor to fight you. I looked up to you coming up.
Right.
And so I'm like, wow. And I was doing my thing, but his focus level was that much more. He jogged that extra round. He worked he jogged that extra mile. He worked the bag that extra round. He didn't go to that party. I was drawn into the nightlife. I was in a sense blinded by my success, because coming up young, I was raised in the gym, so I didn't really have the chance to be in the streets, be in the parties, chasing the women. You know what I'm saying?
So now you were having your fun.
But when I did get that chance, that was the time where I really should have focused because I
Right.
was there. I was right there. I was literally right there. I was right there. I made it to the finals. And instead of the gold, I took the silver. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah. It was that little lack of concentration, that little
but
extra
that
that you could have
and
put in
and
that you didn't.
and I was just blinded by shit. I was
Right.
running around in the streets, chasing women, gang banging. I got my eye struck by a pool stick. I got caught into I got into a fight in Michigan, and I got
Right.
hit in the eye with a pool stick, and I fucked up my vision. And now my career's out the window. And I had a full scholarship to college. I had a full scholarship, 100% paid for a scholarship through the United States Olympic Committee at
Wow.
on the campus of Northern Michigan University as a part of the United States Olympic Education Center. And I just those nights out doing things that I shouldn't have done took me away. It just took me away from my goal, took me away from it took me away from me and my dad and my family set out for. The promise that I made to my family, my mom, my dad, I said, I'm gonna be the champ. And I was doing everything to be that champ. What Floyd Mayweather is today, that could have been me. You understand what I'm saying? I performed at Madison Square Garden. I'm undefeated in Madison. I won the Golden Glove Championship. I won the national championships. I've been ranked #1 in the United States. I've traveled the world boxing. I went all the way there. It's like that NCAA guy who wins the NCAA. He wins the NCAA. You know what I'm saying? And all these schools, not all these schools, but all these NBA teams, they're scouting them. They want them. I want that guy. I want that guy. I want that guy. But then in training camp, he out partying, and he fuck up, and then he fuck his ankle up, and now he ends his career.
Yeah, no. I mean, I've met a ton of guys over the years, and it's just like, what happened? And you find out that, they get to a certain level, and it's just that desire, they work so hard to get there. Now that I'm here, it's all good.
I've had to wear so many different hats, man. Jeff, Robert, I've had to wear so many different hats. You don't understand. But you can't keep a good man. You can't keep a good thing down. The fight is 12 rounds. The fight is 12 rounds. The fight is 12 rounds. You might lose the second round. You might lose the fifth round. You might lose the sixth round. You might get knocked down in the eighth round. You might get knocked down in the 10th round. But guess what? It ain't over till it's over. The fight 12 rounds. The fight is 12 rounds. You gotta keep swinging. I'm here because, the reason why you guys, I'm here because I lost.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here because I lost. That's why I'm here right now. Not because I lost at life, but it goes this. It goes like this. You celebrate your victories. You celebrate your victories. You graduate high school. Your parents might buy you a car. You might get a check for $10,000. You take a limousine to the prom. You have a big party. You celebrate that. But when you lose, you got to go back and think, dang, what the fuck did I do wrong?
Right.
And how do
you can't blame them.
Correct this? How am I? So the fact that I'm here right now talking to you guys is because I'm lost. Because I lost.
Right.
But I won. I won. I won because I lost. I can't say I won, but I'm winning. I'm doing pretty good. I'm decent. Because I lost. Because I lost. Because that loss forced me to think and to get on my A game. Plus, I got children. Now what I'm going to do? I'm a parent of 5. I can't let them suffer. I got to be as good to them as my parents were to me. Better.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you got to learn. Yeah, you got to learn from the past and try to,
Those losses, I'm here because I lost, baby. Right now, you're talking to a loser.
Nah.
But I'm a champion. I understand that. I know what the Google say or the fucking Wikipedia. I know I was there when I won the championship. I know what I did, but at the same time,
But you got a page.
but at the same time, I also know where I came from and what could have been.
Right.
You know what I'm
So,
saying?
yeah.
I'm not satisfied with this because the plan from when I was a little kid 25 years ago was much greater. It was much greater than what it is today. The goal was much greater. Don't get me wrong, I could be doing way worse.
Right.
And I'm grateful to be in the position that I'm in.
Now, I mean, I remember I was reading you took a while before you went back to training, to become a trainer.
It took a while. Like I
So
got up in the streets. I mean, like I said, I didn't know. Like I done put on so many fucking hats, Robert. As a parent,
right.
as a fighter, as a student, as a gangbanger, as a trainer, as an entertainer. Like I done tried so many different ways to find success, and I'm gonna get it. Right now, I think I'm on the right path, and I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna keep doing what I got to do.
So how did it happen? You started. You got back into training where? Down in Manhattan, right?
Yeah, it was during. Remember the big recession that happened back in 2007, 8, 9.
Yeah.
And I was down in Florida. I had just left college in 06. 07, I had 2 kids, Ashton and Eric, born in 07. In 08, I had a daughter. I'm like, fuck. Because I'm thinking that, okay, now I'm about to live. I'm about to do my thing. I'm about to make some money. You understand what I'm saying? Not boxing,
right.
but I'm going to go down here. I'm in Florida. This is where I'm from. I'm going to get me a job. You know, but then my mom got me a job at Sea Ray Boats. I was building boats. And then the recession got so bad that every job at Sea Ray Boats was done.
Right.
They got rid of the whole plant and they shipped all their work to their headquarters in Tennessee. That's where Sea Ray Boats headquarters at, Tennessee. They're
downsized.
They ship all their work to Tennessee. Now I'm out of a job. I'm working
right.
at Kmart. I'm working at Kmart. Kmart, they closed down. I started working for a telemarketing company called Protocol. You know what I'm saying? So I'm being a telemarketer. People cursing me out, hanging up on me on the phone. You know how people talk to telemarketers. Meanwhile, on the other end, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, damn. I used to be the top boxer in the United States. I'm the champ. You understand?
Now you're seeing a fall from glory.
But now this guy on the other end on the phone, he don't know who he talking to. He cussed me out like nigga. But personally, I'm like, no, I would. Do you know I will fuck you up if you was in my face right now?
But I can't punch you through the phone.
Yo, I will fuck you up. Meanwhile, I had to humble myself because I had to make that $8 an hour to give it back to my kids.
Right.
But then that job got washed away. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I was living with my mom. It was me, my girlfriend, and two of our children at the time, living with my mom in my mom's house. And I'm like, damn, I got to do better than this. So I started cold calling gyms in New York City, and that's when I got a job at Church Street Boxing Gym.
Okay.
And they hired me to come to Church Street Boxing Gym, and that was in 2009, and I was getting paid $10 an hour. I got paid $10 an hour until 2013.
So how'd you wind up eventually meeting up with Keith? And
Keith,
you know, how did South Boxing,
come?
Yeah, how did that come up?
He brought his son Keith Rubenstein Jr. to Church Street Boxing Gym because he lived right around the corner on West Broadway. So he brought his son to Church Street Boxing Gym, and I just started training Keith Jr. And you know, he used to come to the gym. I used to get in the ring with him. He was a little kid, about 7, 8 years old. I used to get on my knees. I used to get on my knees, and he used to beat me up and shit. And you know, good kid. We shared the same birthday too, 9/20. But yeah, we used to work out every day, and that's how I met Keith. And sometimes he would come work out. His other son, Peter would come work out. So yeah,
I mean, he's in sick shape.
yeah, and that's when
Keith is solid.
I can't hear you, champ.
Keith is solid.
I can't hear you.
Me? Can't hear me. I can hear you.
You can hear me now. What did you say? Say it again, baby.
No, Keith looks solid when I say.
Oh, he's solid. Oh,
yeah.
He's solid. He's solid.
He's a big jump rope guy.
Yeah, he's a big jump rope guy, big weight guy. He doesn't look his age at all.
No.
And he don't hit like it either. He hit like a mule kick.
But he doesn't have my left hook.
Let me think.
Oh.
Nah, he don't. He don't.
Yeah, see, Jeff, I can actually do
That's the
something.
only thing you got.
You have a left hook?
Yeah.
I have a sick left hook.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. The problem is landing it though. You gotta land. It's good to have. It's good to have. But now land that motherfucker. I know a lot of people that are smart. They're very intellectual. But some reason they just can't put it together where they can take care of themselves like they're supposed to.
No, you see, they're too smart. That's the problem. They think too much.
That's your
You
left hook.
You have to go with instinct.
That's your left hook.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll work it out tomorrow.
We've been seeing for a long time, motherfucker.
I haven't been in the ring yet, thank God.
We've been seeing for a long time. Are you
They've only been playing offense.
Are you familiar with the Board of Education?
Yeah.
Special ed teachers get paid more than regular teachers. Do you know why?
Why?
Because they're dealing with special needs students.
So am I a special needs boxer?
Yes. So you gotta up. So I'm gonna have to up the course, baby. I'm gonna have to up the course.
No. I got it inside there. Come on. I'm not charging you to use the outside of my building.
This fucking Robert guy. But you still got quite a bit of sessions left.
Yeah, well, we're working on it. We're working them down.
We did 2
so now
this
that
week.
You're there every day.
We did 2 this week, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You got quite a bit.
That's like, I think you still owe me about 15, 16.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. See? There you go. There go the Jewish in you. There go the Jew in you. Motherfucker.
Hey. Look,
there
man,
you fucking go.
My ass. I gotta.
There you fucking go.
I gotta get a leverage somehow, somewhere.
I'm gonna have another spar mitzvah, and I'm gonna have Keith fuck you up.
I ain't getting in the ring with him. No way.
Eric,
I was getting. What?
I want to know something.
What's up?
When Rob joined, did he come in with a Groupon?
Yes. It's some shit he made up. And printed
out his own Groupon.
I'm like,
yeah, so use it on my scanner and my color printer.
We never signed up for Groupon. Some shit he made up and printed it out. This motherfucker took the Southbox logo, put the logo on it. He put some real work into that Groupon.
Wait. I have to give you credit on this one though. I get there one day. And come on, we're not putting on the gloves today. We're gonna do some different kind of weight work.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Come here. We go into the loading dock. They drop off like 20 cases of water and soda.
Yeah.
And the elevator was broken.
And you had to carry him to the 5th floor.
45 minutes. This was my work. I'm like, I paid $50 for this shit.
You had it. No.
I do this at work.
I had a room on the 5th
job.
floor.
I run a warehouse and I get paid to do that. I ain't paying to do this shit.
I had a room on the 5th floor where I kept all the inventory at the sodas and the waters, not sodas, but Gatorades and waters and stuff. And I had just got the big shipment in. So I'm like, okay, it was on the loading dock. So I had Rob take him up the loading dock and walk him up the stairs. That's a workout.
I was dying.
That'll be $100. Thank you.
Best business move I've heard in a long time.
That you see, Eric. No, Eric gets the Jew comes out of him sometimes too.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at that.
That was one.
That's true. I still got it on video though. I'm gonna have to post that up on my Instagram, like throwback Thursday.
So have you been following any of this Tyson Roy Jones shit going on?
Yeah, I think that I love both.
Well, before we get into this, but Jeff has a theory.
Talk to me, Jeff.
Because Mike Tyson didn't wear socks.
No,
we discussed this last time.
He didn't wear socks. He didn't wear.
Nope.
Bother getting dressed because he knew the fight was going to.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Yeah, so he didn't get dressed for it.
He just put on enough. He just put on enough so he could walk down the aisle. That's it.
That's it.
Get in, knock you the fuck out, and then go cash that $20 million check.
Not bad.
But I'm gonna tell you how this go. People forget who Roy Jones Jr. is or was. Roy Jones Jr. is the former middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight champ of the world.
No, he could fight. I was a big Jones chick.
The first fighter in over 100 years to win the middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight championship of the world.
But how do you go? Like, I don't understand. How do you go from a middleweight? I can understand, like, cruiserweight, light heavyweight, heavyweight. How do you go from a middleweight to a heavyweight?
People grow in life. People grow.
Like, what is that? That's got to be what? 40 pounds.
When he was 22.
But that's 40 pounds.
Let's say he was middleweight when he was 22.
Right.
And when he was 32, he was heavyweight. That's 10 years.
A lot of weight.
40 pounds in 10 years. Look at it that way. That's 160 to 200. 10 years.
Yeah, but pounds. I don't know. I'm looking
especially when it's muscle, because muscle weighs more than fat.
Right, we know that. But I'm watching a video right now of Tyson on Instagram.
Yes.
I mean, he's looking sick.
He looked killer.
Yeah. The only issue I have is...
He's doing some dietary things, so he's doing something.
Yeah, but the only issue I have with watching this video, he's wearing a fucking pair of shorts from the 1970s, and he could be wearing roller skates with these things.
I saw that video.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think are those shorts like yellow or some shit?
No, these are blue. I think he got a new pair.
Oh, he got a new pair. He got a new pair of poom shorts.
Yeah. I mean, his nuts are hanging out.
My nuts is the man hanging out one leg. What the fuck going on?
Yeah.
And decent exposure out there to lock my black ass up.
Yeah. I mean, he'll fuck you up. I mean, I'm not
fuck me up fast.
But how do you see this fight going? I mean,
if it goes past 5,
Tyson looks like old Tyson.
It's 8 rounds. If it goes past 5, Roy's gonna win. But Roy cannot sit on the ropes. Roy likes to sit on the ropes and do defense on the ropes. If he does that, Mike Tyson is going to leave him on those fucking ropes. He must keep the fight in the middle of the ring, use his jab, keep Mike on the outside, stick and move, use his legs, whatever legs he got left. If he lays on the rope, Tyson is going to fuck him up. Trust me.
But do you honestly think, I mean, that these guys have the stamina to go past 5-6 rounds?
They're gonna fatigue in about 6-7, especially Tyson.
I mean, it's one thing like we said, you don't lose. He's not losing his power.
Roy can only win by decision. He can't win by knockout.
I just see either one of them having a heart attack or one of them just falling over because they can't do it anymore.
That won't be the case unless one of them is fucking up on steroids.
No, but I can see them like after 5-6 rounds, you just can't get your ass up.
Nah, Roy Jones fought in 2018 and he won. Roy Jones won his last few fights. Tyson ain't fought since 2005. Roy fought in 2018.
So for a fighter at 48, 49 years old, still fighting, why?
Why?
Yeah, I mean, he's been an announcer. I mean, he's not Roy Jones Jr. Did he mismanage his money that much?
If the motherfuckers get, if right now you were, let's say right now Robert Zimmerman is worth 30 million, 40 million, 40 million.
I mean, they're getting 30-40 million for the fight.
So what you gonna do? Is you gonna take it?
No, I would fight, but I'm saying 2 years ago, nobody's watching Roy Jones Jr.
What do you know? Like, come on, son. I'll fight my grandmother for 1 million. Fuck is you talking about?
I was just fuck that. I go in with Tyson for $1 million.
Yeah. So
if I could just wear that, but I gotta wear the thing on my head.
You gotta wear 2 of them motherfuckers.
Remember, you've only boxed one way so far.
Only thing Robert boxes oranges and apples. Let that marinate.
No, but come on, man. Just because they're gonna pull my head out of my ass after he hits me.
Listen.
For $1 million, I'd do it.
But $1 million?
Yeah,
dude, that's your doctor bill.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
I got good coverage.
Uncle Sam gonna take half.
I know.
Rob, I think twice about this one.
Robert, no less than 10.
No, man, I'm gonna rope a dope him. I'm gonna lay back on the ropes.
Rope a dope.
Yeah.
You're gonna fucking use a rope to hang yourself.
I'm gonna go with the old Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman. I'm just gonna lay back on the ropes for a while.
Listen. You lay on the ropes for a while, you're gonna be laying on the ropes for the rest of your fucking life. You're gonna lay on the ropes for a while. One uppercut, and you're gonna fucking levitate.
Probably.
One uppercut.
I mean, I've gotten hit.
You've
hit
gone
me a couple of times. I've taken some open-handed here and there.
From who? Yes, sir.
No, from you. I drop my hands. I don't keep my hands up for defense.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. That's another thing, Robert. Listen, save yourself. Listen. You got Smith's Electric Supply. You got a nice family.
Stick to it.
You got a nice family. You got a wife. You know what I'm saying? You got a nice family. You got a wife.
Yeah.
You just stay with, listen, leave this other shit alone. Stay where you know what I'm saying? Stay where you at. Don't talk yourself into an ass whooping.
No.
Don't talk yourself into a casket. All right?
Yeah, you don't understand. Like, I'm hardcore around here. Because the fact that I go to work in the Bronx.
That's why it's only me, you, and Jeff here. This the only place you hardcore is on the phone.
Nah, man, I go into the Bronx. Like, I don't go to a nice office. It's very unusual.
And you're right across the street from Mitchell.
Yep. Although, you know what? I've never had a problem over there, which is amazing.
You know what I think, though?
Where do you work? In front of the projects.
I think you might carry a pistol.
I've never carried.
I don't believe you.
No.
I really don't. I honestly don't believe you.
No. Never have.
I honestly don't. Something on you. Nah, trust me.
I'm intimidated.
You haven't been going around Mitchell Projects, South Bronx and remember, the Bronx is just getting nice in the past few years. So you've been going around there 20 years ago. You wasn't.
I've been there. I've been going there since we've had that since late set. We've been in the area since '69.
So you had trust me. Either you had the right motherfucker on the payroll, or you had a 45 with you. Cause the way your lily white ass survived around them in Mitchell for 50 years. Ain't nobody put it this way. Had no problems.
Put it this way. My grandfather, okay, in his mid-80s, used to drive down 3rd Avenue in the South Bronx.
Yeah.
And the seas would part for him.
Your grandfather was a gangster.
No, not that one. The other one was.
Okay, your grandfather.
But they had no.
You know what listen to me. You know what
he just did again. Though.
You know what your grandfather had to do to get it? He had to be a dirty, shiesty motherfucker. You was inherited into this shit. It worked. It's a whole nother level.
Nah,
you know what? No. We're not gonna start this bullshit, right? Your fight and your grandfather's fight is 2 total different fucking fights.
Yeah.
two total different fights. Okay, so how dare you use your grandfather? If I was him, I'd be rolling over in my grave right now. Rest in peace.
No.
Don't do that, Robert. Don't do that.
No, he's all good.
Robert, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You know what? I gotta tell you, we've really never had a problem over there.
Because you carry that thing with you.
You don't carry it. Once the sun comes up, it's not that bad.
You got that thing with you, Robert.
Nah, we used to have Meathead.
Huh?
There used to be a homeless guy, Meathead.
Yeah.
They used to walk around the area. You give him, $1 or $2 here. He watched your stuff.
Yeah, well, I said you paid the right person or you had that
Exactly.
thing with you. And the 40th precinct is 1 block away. But they worked against you, most of the time, probably.
I was actually over there today when I had to complain about the Bob's Furniture guy that decided.
Yeah, that was so terrible. Like, what do these people do with all this stuff?
I have no idea. They're selling couches across the street last week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and people are actually stopping to buy it, which is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, this is de Blasio's New York.
De Blasio's. Well, life is a cycle, and I see shit kind of getting, it's going back to those times where it was pretty dark out there.
Yeah, I mean, look, we used to come in where we are. We used to come in, and really nobody ever gave us any trouble. But there were crack vials, and we once had a ram's head.
Like
on the
a ram's head?
Yeah.
Wow.
With the horns cut off.
How the fuck did the ram? First of all, there's no rams in the Bronx.
Who said it came from? It's not a Bronx ram. Fordham Rams, but yeah, it was just the head with the antlers cut off.
Wow.
It was either that or somebody from The Godfather was trying to send this message.
I think somebody from The Godfather was trying to send you guys a message.
Yeah, we didn't pick up on it. That was the problem. So let me ask you this. All right, so boxing obviously isn't the sport or the popularity that it was, 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Is it? And now it's MMA, and I don't know if it's just
now in boxing.
If it's Joe Rogan that destroyed everything, or just the
fight game in general. Boxing has turned Republican. Let them marinate. Boxing has turned Republican.
How so?
Look at fighters. Look at who they are. Look at where they come from. We just had this conversation 10 minutes ago.
Right. They're from the streets.
They're from the streets. You understand what I'm saying? Minorities.
Mm-hmm.
Now, fast forward 2020. I'm gonna go as far back as 2015.
Right.
Maybe 2010. Fighters are getting way more money. They're asking for way more money.
Right.
More concerned about the business aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to going in there, because remember, it was a poor man's sport. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now these motherfuckers getting $100 million of, not $100 million a fight, but $100 million contracts. Canelo got $300-something million for 11
crazy.
fights.
That's
Boxing
crazy.
has turned Republican. Boxing has turned Republican. Boxing has turned Republican. These motherfuckers is capitalizing right now. Floyd Mayweather was so fucking smart. He would make a few $100 million a single night. A single night.
And he barely got hit.
Huh?
And he barely got hit the way he felt.
You couldn't hit that motherfucker with a handful of rice.
So it's the money that's changed everything.
Yeah. The shit done turned Republican. You want me to lie to you? You seen the motherfucker. You seen the motherfucker at the Trump rally. You seen Mike Tyson. You heard Mike Tyson endorsing Trump.
You know what? Right now we don't get political on here, but it's
I'm just telling you what it is. We get truthful though.
No, it's all about, you know what? It's all about the dollars.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I said the shit done turn Republican. Fuck you mean? Want me to lie to you?
Yeah. Look.
If you want me to lie, let me know.
Nah, I'm not saying that.
All right.
Yeah, it's the American dream. It's the American dream.
Yeah.
But no, I agree with you. Look, you got pitcher. I'm not comparing a baseball pitcher to a fighter, but you got a pitcher that won't pitch because he's got a blister or his nail hurts.
That's
and he
fact.
might miss to some of these guys, football too. It's I can't go out there with a little bit of an injury because I'm going to risk my contract.
But fighting is an injury.
Yeah.
Think about it. One fight
getting hit in the head.
Injury. One fight is an injury.
Look, it's the same way. It's not that different than football.
Way more different.
You think so?
I can't name, but I know of 5 boxers that passed away in combat last year.
Right.
You can't say that with football. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of spinal cord injuries, brain injuries, traumas in football. Tons of it. I can't lie. I'm not gonna say lie. I just know in boxing it's way more, and motherfuckers is dying.
Yeah.
And I can point to you 5 of them that died in 2019.
Well, if that happens, because I remember a couple of guys died. Is that lack of skill?
It's not
is
lack
that
of
the
skill.
Guys are maybe getting too strong.
No, it's not necessarily lack of skill. It's just when that punch hit the right spot. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And that motherfucking brain start hemorrhaging and it bursts. You know what I'm saying? Those nerves. Sometimes a fighter get hit and then he go and he fall down and he bang his head on the apron. He's dehydrated in the fight. It's an 8th, 9th, 10th, 12th round.
It's just it's a perfect storm of shit.
Yeah. 12 rounds. 36-minute war. 12 times a round is 3 minutes. 12 times 3 is 36 minutes. 36 minutes. You know how many punches you take in 36 minutes to your brain? Your brain. If a motherfucker hit, first of all, in football, you all padded up. A motherfucker hit, don't get me wrong, he might be 300 pounds running you over. But he knock you down, bam, you down. They're going to throw the flag. In boxing, when you get hit, you keep getting hit repeatedly until you can't get up.
Have you ever been knocked out?
Is a pig's pussy pork?
What you got hit? Let's say you got hit and you're just down. What just like the whole body just crashes on you?
You don't even honestly when you get knocked out, you don't even feel the punch knocked you out. You didn't know you got knocked out. Like I didn't know I got knocked out till the next day when I saw the tape or somebody told me. Because the punch that knocked you out, you don't feel it because it's Novocaine. Like Novocaine, when they hit you with Novocaine, that put you to sleep, right? The punch that knocks you out, it might look brutal, but you don't feel that shit.
Right. That's what happened. That's kind of what happened to a friend of mine that was playing football for Syracuse.
Yeah.
I think he was a defensive back. He got knocked out. Woke up, got a major concussion. Woke up in the hospital.
Yeah.
Or in the train, and they had the TV on, the game's on. He's like, "What the fuck am I doing here? I'm supposed to be playing in the game."
He didn't even know.
He didn't know. He just woke up. He's like,
a motherfucker knocked me out.
He's like, I'm supposed to be right there right now.
In Detroit, not Detroit, but in Denver, Colorado, in 2002 in the National Golden Gloves, a motherfucker knocked me out, and I was so out that he dropped me, boom, and I literally rolled under the ropes, walked out the ring, and just started walking around. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Why the fuck you guys are laughing? Nothing funny about this shit.
I can see it happening.
I got fucked up.
Eric, you've been great tonight. Okay, so before we finish up, I got a little segment here that I like to call 3 questions.
Let's get it.
And the reason, Jeff, you know why they're called 3 questions?
Because we usually go for 4.
Because I couldn't think of 4.
Let's go.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, 3 questions. We're going to finish it up with 3 questions. All right. Who's a better fighter? Rocky Marciano or Rocky Balboa?
Balboa.
Okay. All right. Question number 2. Who would you rather have sex with? Vitaly Klitschko or Vladimir Klitschko?
Pause. No comment.
Oh, come on. Take one.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. And if there was any fighter's ear you would like to bite off, which fighter would that be?
Wow. Like to bite off, or what? Like to bite off? Like, damn, I can't wait to have a taste of that ear. Or if I had to bite it off,
No, with pull a Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Oh, you do Tyson?
Yeah.
I bet you it tastes pretty good.
Show him how.
It's gonna be It's gonna taste $40 million much better in a couple of weeks.
It tastes like Tyson's chicken nuggets. All I need is some sweet and sour sauce, and we good.
I think a little hot sauce might do it.
Okay, I'll do the hot sauce. Not too much though.
Nah. All right, Eric. Thanks for being on, man.
God bless you. Thank you for having me.
All right, I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Peace.
And that's going to do it for today's episode of Aging Immaturely. If you have a product that you would like to discuss on air, please email us at agingimmaturely@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Aging Immaturely.